welcome back to Vampire's Melody, where you could die. And panty shot. God. I quickly turn around to the empty contents of the knapsack on the ground and squeeze the remaining blood from workling plaques. Especially, I managed to salvage half a pack of usable blood. Just throw it at her face. I quickly move the packet open to Yellow's mouth, and instead to pour contents inside, Yellow lost consciousness. I can only get the blood to flow down her throat. However, the opening on the blood pack is too big, and it was difficult to control flow. My hands shook a bit, and quite a substantial amount of blood has spilled away from her lips, and at this rate, Yellow probably won't have much to drink at all. Leftover blood, and I painstakingly gathered. Back to pain, the only thing to keep you alive. What should I do? Panic more. My voice is quivering, and I'm flustered. I look around in confusion, but I couldn't see anything. No, then I regard Yellow again. I have no choice but to do this. Raise the packet and use my lips to hold the opening and in place to pour its contents into my mouth. I know what you're doing. I quickly shut my mouth as the blood imports its disgusting taste. I contain my feelings of resolution, kneel down close to Yella, and open her mouth slightly, and attach mine to hers to prevent any of her precious blood from spilling out. We get really close. Thus, I use my lips and tongue to force the blood down Yellow's throat. After repeating this step several times, I see one of Yellow's fingers move. That's great, it's working. Elle? At least she's not dead. Because that means the story would end. And I would have full reason to say, yay! Time to find another series. He coughed severely for a while, with lingering smell of blood being forced out through her nose onto my cheek. Or she opens her eyes. Now I have finished delivering all the blood in my mouth. And get up, our eyes meet, and the atmosphere from the pair of large eyes facing a pair of small eyes seem hard to describe. Is there blood like on her eye? That must be painful. Her face still is reminiscent of blood I spilled when I tried to feed her that pack earlier. She opens her mouth, but stops herself from saying anything. I really miss her usual demeanor from she can lecture me. But I really feel awkward when we're staring at each other without saying anything. You can drink the rest. That's something. That's something. I hand the pack contains a tiny amount of blood to Yella. This is her head, but it drops the pack on the ground. In no time, she can only keep those purple eyes turned on me. Why? Hey, asking me to come to you? Just staring at me and isn't saying anything since means consent. In that case, pour the remaining amount of blood into my mouth and deliver it to Yella's mouth. Soon, a miracle occurs. Blood on her face is absorbed by her skin, and her leg is regenerating rapidly, with new miracle tissue growing from inside, forcing any foreign objects and the bullet carrying splatters on the ground. Freaking hollow point? I don't think that would be a hollow point. No, that would be a hollow point. Those are the only ones that actually kind of go in and just stay in the body. As far as I know, I'm not entirely wrong by that. Unless it's a really high caliber round. In that case, you're gonna have a freaking giant hole in the other side. Whatever you do, never make a high caliber hollow point. That will be a freaking nightmare for the exit wound. Okay. After some time, the wound on her leg disappears completely. And I can't even see a scar. As if she has never been shot in the first place. The blood is still on her clothing. I should be used to all these strange occurrences. Yet, I'm still watching with my mouth agape. Secondly, empty shots. Not often that we get those on this channel.
何よ、大口開けて。私が誰か忘れたわけじゃないでしょ。
Me a human. No, you're okay.
まあまあね。まさか銃弾一発でこんな無様な状態になるとは思わなかったけど。
Well, let's have advanced. What do you mean, simply taking one bullet? Look at this, and anyone will certainly die from that, taking one. Yes. Bullets actually move pretty fast now. Even if we're looking at, like, what, the 80s or 90s? 1980s or 1990s, like, guns were actually relatively freaking advanced. Even if it's like the 1960s or 1970s. We're still using practically the same tech. Just look at the receiver! Which, for those of you who do not know guns, it's the thing that you see the clip go into and eject the bullets. That's the receiver. And I have a feeling the gun nuts are gonna kind of be saying, no, you are wrong, but at least I'm close. It's pretty much that. Unless I'm getting this wrong. I hope I'm not getting this wrong. I'm not gonna check it, because as far as I know, I am roughly correct. It's somewhere in there. Normally known as... Well, the chamber and receiver are pretty much together. You know, the barrel's practically an entirely different part. Pick up the slug. Pick up that slug on the ground and show it to Yella. The metal object, the metal projectile, is round and shiny, and the back, and the head extends outwards, like a pedal. I have never seen such a fine bullet before. That's not a slug. That is technically a hollow point. And those, as far as I know, that shit doesn't feel good. Like, I know, it's one of the most dangerous rounds. But yeah, it's the most... Like, it's the best home defense round. Yes, they let us keep, like, the most dangerous round for self-defense. And it's the best round, too. It's like the best round to kind of punish literally anyone. You break into my house? Well, I make sure you feel pain. Like, it's the best kind of way to say no. I don't think slugs really just stay in the body. As far as I know, they actually hit heavier. You know, like, as far as I know, slugs hit heavier than a standard round. But yet, wait, if I'm correct, hollow points hit less, but they're very fucking painful. And slugs are practically throwing a fucking metal object at people. I know that sounds like saying. I know that sounds like I'm saying that's literally every bullet. No, it depends on what type of bullet. And I'm not that much of a gun nut. Only advantages this gives me is living with people who have guns. Like, holy fuck. And I'm over here with knives. God damn it.
この時代の人は殺人にまでこだわってるのね。
Yes. Yeah, don't judge me. My ways. I could find a way to build a gun. I'm stupid, but I can find a way. Anyway, be careful next time. Not like guns of the old ages. Like, if you actually look at guns like way far in the past, let's say like what, medieval age in Europe, guns were like very freaking crude. You have a barrel on a stick with a lever. That's how crude guns kind of looked. Like, I'm looking, just, if you actually kind of look at like old manuscripts that have like guns on them, it was practically a barrel on a stick with a lever. A lot of people, when you say like primitive guns, they kind of think like what? A musket? No. Muskets are, the way I see it, muskets are actually similar to guns of today. Prove me wrong. How many differences can you find between a musket and a lever action? Prove me wrong. I know there are some differences between the two, but they are relatively similar. Only relatively. All you have to do is like slap, like if you're looking at like a musket, just slap a like if you want to make it somewhat close to like a lever action or a pump action, slap a tube underneath, add a lever, just to kind of like swap the rounds, and add a receiver. That's it. Then you have a lever action. Prove me wrong. I have the feeling some gun nuts will be going, you're not wrong, but you're not right either. Like, prove me wrong here. I sigh and extend my hand to pull Yella up.
ありがとう、レイラン。
You are quiet! Speak up! No one could hear you! Did she mutter something when she got up? What did you say?
別に。はあ、せっかく見つけた美味しい血がなくなっちゃった。
At least we had just enough blood to keep you alive. Oh. Ribbon got freaking blasted off. Fuck. He looks remorseful at the empty packs scattered on the ground before she licked her lips again.
でも、あんたが飲ませてくれた血は変な味がしたわ。
Reason? You can't blame me. They really had no choice at that time.
わかってるわ。そうじゃなくて、あの血は甘いはずなのに、甘みの中に酸味を感じたの。本来の味と違ってた。
Maybe it was mixed, like, if I'm correct, it was like mixed blood. Meaning that it was freshly obtained milk is put aside for several days and the taste will change.
似てると思うわ。
No wonder they put the blood packs in a special place. Come to think of it, that place was rather cold.
ちぇ、悔しいわ。大好きな甘い血ばっかり選んだのに。
Well, they had to put it in the fridge. But from here, I hope all you guys have a great time and a great day too. So, see you guys next time! I question what the fuck I'm gonna be doing.